So there's a king rising from the ashes as an old world falls. Someone tried to pay for this to go away and it didn't work. They were begging you to help them and support them. You got love coming out. You got high value entertainment coming out, and someone who is just no longer amused by the situation. A lot of secrets are being revealed. People who are working together to keep this from rising to the surface, and all the illusions and daydreams and hallucinations are being unveiled. The truth is coming out that you were the one in the right, and the person who was trying to say that you were the bad guy was the one in the wrong. This person turned the entire world against you, but everyone in that group is going down in flames. There's a new world order that's rising up. People who are convicted, people who stand with God and know the truth. These are people who have been stomped into the ground for entirely too long. And only time would tell if they are committed to the situation. But, these sorts of things happen endlessly in life. You have lovers coming out. This is someone who supports you. And I do believe that this is coming from the Lord. Your help, your support, your strength is coming from the Lord. And you're consistent enough to show that you're balanced over time. This is where your powers come from. Again, this is where your strength comes from. You don't have to make it up. It is what it is. And you got supporters. Again, this person was trying to pay you off is the vibe I'm getting. They were trying to pay for your light, your sunshine, your good mood, your positivity. But it's like, make it make sense. How are you going to buy my light? Make your own. If this is your energy, just definitely stick around. We're getting into it. And keep in mind that all of my messages are general. If you'd like to book a personal reading, you can do so by sending your payment and question through PayPal. I'll get back to you within the same day. Thank you so much for your business. I look forward to working with you. Now let's get into this message. The message is there's an old investment that finally matures, begging me to stay. Someone is saying they want anyone to know you work for them. The Lord is your strength and your shield. So something is happening with this message because it came off that they don't want anyone to know you work for them, and now they're saying they want anyone and everyone to know that you work for them. It feels like this person is switching teams, and now they're trying to convince you that you're the one that wants them. Something is happening with this energy. I feel like this is old news. This is someone who's been in your life for longer than they need to be, and you've been saying no the entire time. And now it's like all of a sudden you can say yes because you know what's happening behind closed doors. So let's get into this energy. This old investment that finally matures. You can finally spend it. Okay. Feels like it's been taking over 20 years for this thing to finally mature. And oh my God, it's coming off like almost like someone was waiting for a child to grow up. This vibe is all over the energy. Like someone who is interested in children, if that makes any sense, because that's as far as I'm going with it. But it's like finally 18 and older. Yep, the lover is coming out. Someone is saying beg. They're saying beg me to stay. This person is a creep, and also the vibe is that you've known they were a creep from the beginning, but I feel like it's just coming to the surface. And I'm getting the hint that people are going to start taking their side because they're all creeps is the vibe. Everyone part of this situation, whatever this energy is going down because the fact that they keep playing the fence, like 1 minute they're on the left, next minute they're on the right, that's exactly what they're being judged for. It's like, well, who are you at the end of the day? They're liars is the vibe. Okay, the world. Yeah, the world is being judged. Whoever feels like they are part of the world, because I feel like in this energy is like you're either of the world or you're in the world, and you're in the world but you're not of the world, and you stood on that ground as the vibe making you strong. The Lord is where your help is coming from. The Lord is your strength. The Lord is your shield. And in this energy, it feels like almost like someone who was seen as God. People were worshiping this person as God. They had a lot of power. They had a lot of influence. And you said no to them. And possibly because you said no, you could have lost your job, or you could have lost some kind of funding or financial assistance. And you had to make it on your own. And I feel like that was the best choice you ever made because you still have your soul. You still have your integrity. And now this person is going down. They are in such remorse now because they thought that they had the whole world behind them, and the world is going down with them. Everybody, and when I say world, I'm referring to a certain group. Like there's so many worlds on this planet Earth. I personally believe that every life lives on Earth but we can get into that in another video. What I'm getting is that there's a whole group of people, almost like a new world order. Like the old world is going down in flames, is the vibe I'm getting, and the new world is rising up. As something that was going on with this old regime, almost like a corporation or CEOs getting left in the dust. Like they were stealing from the company, they were lying, they were abusing their workers, and this is something you walked away from. What else is going on? Someone was definitely trying to have a relationship with you, and I'm getting you said no. It possibly, I'm hearing pussy. It feels like it could have been a woman, like almost like I don't want to call anybody out, but this person is a rapper and they're dating their trainer. Last time I checked, it could have been something like I'm just not into that, or this person was just physically not attractive and not appealing, and this person was like, "How dare you? Like have the audacity to maintain your own preferences," is the vibe I'm getting, because they thought that they could throw their money around, and it's old money. They thought that they could change your entire life and have you walking around tippy toes and walking around their eggshells, because they had the type of money that can make or break a whole line. Like, yeah, like they can wipe out whole populations. What they feel like they can destroy the world, but it's really just a regime. It's almost like Planet of the Apes. That whole world is gone, and there's a new world that rises up. Now, this person is saying they're saying beg me to stay. This is your energy. If you're resonating, book a reading with me. But the reality is you are the one that's getting rid of them. And this because you have the ability to stay positive. It's very easy at this point. Staying positive is just who you are. It's just your personality. Whereas from their corner of the world is a drug. Like, it's like you're getting high in their book. But you just are high. You just are from a higher caliber. You're just what's another word for being better? I don't know. You just from a higher end of the totem pole, I guess, is the vibe. And is your love really overall, your self-love, the way you love yourself? That's your strength. You're connected to God, and God is the highest of the highs. He's the king of the kings, and is no comparison. It's almost like that part of the brain is just not still working and hustling and bustling, trying to be something that they're not, because you already know that God is all and God is supreme. Yeah, so this person is trying to be some kind of a supremacist in your life, and he's failing miserably at it. Your self-love is everything, and this is something that they wanted to feed off of. How are you going to feed off of someone else's love for themselves when you could just love yourself? But that's impossible because they hate themselves. What else is going on in this energy? It's almost like you can't make this up, because what they want from you is literally something that they can only do for themselves. Like, I want your good mood. Well, be in a good mood then. It's not my good mood, it's your good mood now. It's just like, it's so hard to explain this. And the more you explain, it's like, you already know. You're just acting dumb. There's no way you're. Anyway, let's move on, because I feel like you're in a positive space, and they are begging you to beg them to stay. This is a demonic entity, someone who's definitely demonically possessed, and they see that you got a lot of momentum, and they want to be part of your life. The vibes that connected to the Lord is allowing you to cross all types of boundaries. And because they're such perverts, they're not allowed in. Is the vibe. I'm just going to be as clear as I can. The moon is coming out. Yeah, they're in delusions here. And I feel like you're happy to see them go. As I'm almost getting the vibe like you're watching them sink into a sinkhole, and they're stretching out their arms for you to save them. And you're just like chewing on a toothpick, carefree as ever, not worried about anything around you. It's all a hallucination, is the vibe that I'm getting. Like, this is a manifestation that's happening, as this is something that a whole group of people share in this opinion of just let them go down in flames. Because I'm getting the energy of like this person wants you to come in and speak on their behalf and say that you never said it, you never saw anything or they never did anything. But, if you're a subpoena, you're just going to tell the truth. And the truth is the only reason you were able to walk away. You have the temperance here because everyone who's involved with the situation is going down. And you remain balanced on solid ground, on liquid, on if I see you walking on fire, you can walk on coals and be just fine because you're connected to God. So someone trying to throw their money around is like that money doesn't even have value anymore. That's fuel. Like that's like fuel to the flames basically. It's just gonna help you burn at the end of the day. Yeah, this is a whole regime. A new regime is rising up from the ashes, and these people are very gung ho on the way they believe. They're very convicted in their feelings, and I feel like this is a new generation of people who have been stomped on, and they're sick of it. These are people who are working together in collaboration to build this new world of nurturers and women who can actually love themselves and not be put to work like some kind of a sex work brothel situation. Like these perverts really thought that they were controlling things, but you have a leader who's rising up as well. And this feels like a sweet and genuine, kind hearted person. This feels like God to some people. This feels like Christ to some people. But there's always this sense like keep your guards up regardless, because there's been many kings to rise and many kings to fall. You have to watch this to the end. Thanks to everyone who stuck around. If this is resonating with you, definitely let me know in the comments. I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks again to everyone who stuck around to the end. I love you guys.